Good evening, everyone. This is Francis Walsh. It is 10:39 p.m. Central Standard Time in Cypress, Texas, where I'm videotaping this imaging run attempt for 255P Comet Levy, formerly known as 2006 T1 Levy. We've signed in and logged into our itelescope.net account on itelescope.net, and we've logged in, and here we are in the information center. And if you look through here, you can see that Mayhill, New Mexico is clear. There's the clear sky chart. I'm going to go right in here and pull up T20 because that is the color telescope that I want to use to try to image Comet Levy. We'll get up inside the Gras T020 or the iTelescope 020 wide field color one shot Takahashi FSQED. I'm going to come in here and acquire the comet. I'm going to use 3 color shots, 300-second durations, and binning one. I'm going to not log on to the object. I'm going to log off. Now we'll go over to the Minor Planet Center. We'll go up 255P. Come down here to H06 because that's the observatory code for Mayhill, New Mexico. I'll ask for my MPC1 line code. I'll pull up the Get Ephemerides HTML. Here comes the elements. And there it is, 0255P. And this is the new coordinates for this object after the different classifications. So I'll copy this, come back into my Acquire Comet dashboard, paste it, and acquire the images here. And it's telling me the run has started successfully. I think it's late enough in the evening that we'll be able to have Comet Levy or 255P high enough in the sky for us to see. So let's close this down and go over to the system status of the itelescope.net T020 telescope. Here you'll see the current coordinates for 0255P Comet Levy, and it shows right ascension 01, 43, 22, and declination 05, 34, 34. That's where the comet is right now in the space outside our atmosphere. We'll scroll down here to get a shot of the sky cam while we're beginning to run our imaging run. We're going to take 3 wide field images that are taken in color, 300-second exposures, and we're going to hope that Comet Levy is visible in these images so that we can reconfirm the orbital path of this object. I know from 2011 that the orbital path of 2006 T1 Comet Levy has changed dramatically. At one time, I believe the close approach data was down to 0.016. Now the close approach data is 0.235. I know this information off the top of my head with my research into Comet Levy, which made a close approach of 0.234. After Comet Levy made its close approach, I went and looked at Comet Levy, and the approach, I was describing the approach as 10 times closer than Comet Levy, where I was figuring, and it was in the orbital diagram, that Comet Levy would pass somewhere within 6 million miles of Earth, where now we're back out to the 21 million miles away from Earth. So there has been adjustments in the orbit of Comet Levy. Why that is, I don't know exactly, but this imaging run will attempt to recover Comet Levy using the telescope T020 from mytelescope.net, formerly known as Global Rentoscope, and you'll notice that some of the logo identity in the web interface still maintains the Global Rentoscope theme. And I have been assured that that's changing and will change with the rollout of the new Sighting Spring Observatory in outside of Sydney, Australia, 500 miles outside of Sydney, Australia, in Sighting Spring, Australia. My friend Pete Polos, the observatory manager of the Sighting Spring Observatory in Australia, spoke to me today for a couple hours on American Freedom Radio. The new Tuesday show from 1 to 3 p.m. Central Time is Cosmic Obsession Nightlife, and Pete and I talked about the improvements to the iTelescope.net network. I've always been able to access the telescope I wanted to easily and operate them just as easily, and this is an example of that. You'll see right now that through this process, as I've been talking, the telescope, the TO20 Takahashi Wide Field Color Imaging Telescope, has been finding our object, focusing, making sure that the coordinates it is pointing to are the correct coordinates. Target is now centered. Focusing on a focus star. The focus exposure will be 2 seconds. And this is the position of the focus star. And this is where the residual bulk image effect can come into play. When they center the telescope on a focus star and focus on it and then move to your imaging run and begin to imaging, sometimes that focus star, which was centered in the center of the frame, remains in the next image as a ghost parasitic light result in the next image. So I always take more than 2 images because of that effect. And we're still slewing. Focusing. Recalling the previous telescope right ascension declination position, slewing to Comet Levy now, and we'll begin to start imaging that object very shortly under extremely clear skies. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and flip back to iTelescope.net. Oh, and somebody's using. I was going to use T11 at the same time, but we'll just go ahead and wait, and we'll just run through the T20 color images that we're working on right now. I don't think I'll have enough time to let the system take a 5-minute image and then show us the preview. We're at 8 minutes and 17 seconds. So if we can get to exposing this image shortly, I'll stick around and we'll wait for it to produce the preview image, because you can see a preview image up here, up here. So let's see what the next, the last preview, last image someone took. Oh, look how beautiful that is. And look at that's the type of business we're talking about. Other than my chasing comets, this was the last image taken by this telescope and saved into the iTelescope.net library, and I'm able to see this image because it's left in the queue here as a preview of the last image. And this is not what we're looking for ourselves, but boy, isn't that a pretty picture. Very, very pretty. And so let's go back down here. Now we're beginning to expose our own picture for 300 seconds, and I wouldn't doubt that our picture's not going to have anything as exciting in it as this. So more than likely, I'm hoping we'll be able to see Comet Levy, but there's a good chance I won't be able to. 300-second exposures may not be as long as I need, but we're going to attempt to do that. And when I see images like this, that is fantastic. I don't even know what that is, my friends, so I can't even tell you what it is. It's just the last image, the last preview image in the queue, and this is the type of image, Gene, that starts a lifelong enthusiasm for space astrophotography, and these tools at itelescope.net. I'm in awe and wonder when I see some of the sights out in space. But other than that, because that's not my picture, this is my picture down here exposing for 300 seconds, and we're going to try to go along and just watch the 300-second exposure occur, and then we're going to preview the image before my 15 minutes is up with the screen capture. I hope that you're having a very good Tuesday evening or Wednesday afternoon. It is 10:49 p.m. Tuesday evening here in Cypress, Texas, where I live, and where I'm operating this telescope, the TO-20, located in Mayhill, New Mexico, under very clear sky conditions, attempting to recover Comet 255P Levy, formerly known as the Comet 2006 T1 Levy. I suppose it's still a comet, but it has changed its classification over a period of under 12 months. Its orbit has been adjusted from a close approach somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 million miles out to a distance of somewhere in the neighborhood of 21 million miles, very similar now to the distance that Comet Levy came closest to Earth in the late summer and fall of 2011. I expected Comet Levy to make an approach that was almost 10 times as close than Comet Levy, but now that we're here, its close approach is here, currently running through the process. Today through the 25th of January, it is turned out to be a distance of 0.235, somewhere in the neighborhood of 21 to 22 million miles from Earth. So big changes for Comet Levy 255P, unexpected changes. I still have yet to be able to take a beautiful image of this comet for many reasons that have been somehow attempted to be described and explained to me, but all I know is that every time I try to take pictures of this comet, I don't get a very good return, and in fact I've been unable to find it even though the telescopes are pointing to where they should be pointing. Another reason why I'm taking this image of 255P Comet Levy is because tomorrow evening, Wednesday night, starting at 8 p.m. in New York City, we'll be broadcasting a live telescope feed from Cosmic Obsession Mobile Observatory here in Tomball, Texas. We hope to be able to get an opportunity to take our live telescope feed and point it in the same direction as this telescope is pointing tonight. In 24 hours, we hope to go out, set up the telescopes, begin our live feed, and insert the coordinates, the current coordinates for 255P Comet Levy, and show everyone what there is to see from the live feed of our own telescopes here at the Cosmic Obsession Observatory. The 300-second exposure is working its way down. We're at 13 minutes and 25 seconds, so I don't know if we're going to make it. The shutter is closed. Let's see if we can get a preview image within a minute and a half. Let's really cross our fingers because we're going to be getting right to it. 13:40, so we're going to have about a full minute to get the preview image up. Sometimes it takes longer than a minute. Let's hope that everything is working smoothly, or you'll just have to wait till I bring the images I take tonight to Facebook or to Cosmic Obsession. We're at 14 minutes right now. The image file saved to G20, so it is showing. I think we might be able to get a preview of the image, the first image that I take tonight. Creating the preview image. Here we go. It's got about 40 seconds to create a preview image, and let's hope that saving fits color image is what we need to be doing. Let's refresh the image and see what we come up with at 14 processing. So it's processing the image we take is 14 minutes and 30 seconds. We got 30 seconds of processing we can accept. I don't know if we're going to get to see it, if the processing is going to be done. Just a few seconds late. 14:49, 14:50. So you'll see the pictures tomorrow. Sorry that I couldn't show them to you.